Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is going to be my first update for my deck of panning Project Pan. So if you want to see if I have any rollouts this month, and if I do, what cards we're going to be drawing and what products we're going to be rolling in, well then sit tight, we're going to jump right into it. My name is Marie and I am a beautiful mess. Here on my channel, I like to do a lot of project panning content, eyeshadow content, and really any other kind of makeup content that I can think of. So sit back, relax, and come on a magical makeup journey with me. So like I said, today's episode is going to be my first update for my deck of panning Project Pan. This project was created by Emily and Max, and she was inspired by a booktuber called Books with Maddie. All of their information is going to be found in the description box down below, along with if you'd like to jump in and join us in this project, all of that information, along with Emily's how-to intro video, is going to be there as well. So this is the panning project where we use a deck of cards to figure out what we're going to be panning. Emily has created a game board and she shuffles the game board monthly. It is a lot of fun. A lot of people do this project. The community loves this project. I love this project too. So what was I working on last month? Well, let's start at the top of the list and work our way down. Product number 1 was for the 4 of clubs, and last month that corresponded to a powder product. So I chose my e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder in the shade light pink. I ended up putting a 20 use goal on this because basically I wanted to see if I liked this just as much as my Givenchy loose setting powder. So I put a 20 use goal on this. I actually used this 22 times, so this is a goal met. My thoughts on this, I have to be honest, I absolutely love this powder. It is very different than the Givenchy powder. The Givenchy powder is very blurring. I have been using this to set my face. I have been using this with a brush to set my under eyes. For whatever reason, I just can't get behind the puff. It just doesn't work for me. And I have to say, I have absolutely been loving this. For me, I think I would use the Givenchy for special occasions. And this is going to become my everyday setting powder in, 75 years when I need another powder. Absolutely love this. Absolutely would recommend it. And I used a ton of it this month. So I'm gonna be continuing to use this because I really love it. So this is a rollout. We're gonna be drawing at least one card. Product number 2 was for the 6 of hearts, and this prompt corresponded to your oldest product. So I decided to roll in one of my eyeshadows that is in my Lorac Pro matte palette. This is the palette that I was working on last year in my rolling Project 10 pan, and this is what it was looking like last month. Definitely had some pan in it, and I put a goal of using this up because I need to get this out of my collection. I have so thoroughly enjoyed my time with this, but this is my oldest eyeshadow palette. Did I hit my goal? That is the shade Today. Nice, shiny pan. I am so excited about this. I did not think that I was going to be able to use this up. I did use this as a lid setting shade to set my eyeshadow primer with, and it only took me 21 more uses to do that, but I was able to use it up. This is not only a shadow out of my collection, but this is another rollout. So we're gonna be drawing at least 2 cards this update. I'm so excited. I love this project. Product number 3 was for the King of Hearts, and this corresponds to the prompt hit pan. So I decided I wanted to hit pan in a blush. What was I thinking? So I chose my Benefit Sugar Bomb Blush. I figured this was just a little mini guy. Shouldn't be too hard to hit pan in, right? This is what it was looking like last month. I'd only ever used it really a couple of times. So I definitely have my work cut out for me, though I am not entirely certain how shallow these pans are, but we're gonna find out. This is what it's looking like today. No pan in it as of yet, but definitely seeing some brush marks in there. In the last month, I only used this 7 times. So if I want to hit pan on this, I'm gonna need to bump up the usage. I do have a couple of other blushes in some of my other projects that are taking precedent, so that's why this has been a little bit slow going. The embossing on it on one side though is gone, and this side is almost gone. So I'm really encouraged by that I'm actually seeing brush marks in here. Again, it's so fascinating to me how products wear down and how different products wear down. I'm definitely a geek. So this is going to be staying in the project until I hit pan on it. Who knows when that will be. Product number 4 was for Pick Your Space. I ended up choosing your favorite brands. One of my favorite brands right now is NYX, so I decided to go with my NYX Sweet Cheeks liquid blush in the shade Baby Doll. I did put a 20 use goal on this. I really hadn't used this product. I'd gotten it as a free gift with purchase and didn't know what my thoughts were on it. Unfortunately, I did not hit my goal. I only used this 14 times last month. I have been layering my blushes, putting either a cream or liquid blush down first and then doing a powder on top because my face, it eats blush. And that helps with the longevity of my blush wearing. I absolutely love this color. I love this formula. I think it has great staying power. I have a purple blush in another project and I was layering this underneath and putting the purple one on top, and it was creating just a really amazing color that I was loving for Love Month. This is going to be staying in the project. I have realized that this is not as pigmented as the Rare Beauty. With the Rare Beauty, you just need one dot and then you blend it out. With this, I end up doing dots all up in here and then I blend it out in the same way. So you need a little bit more. It's a little bit more forgiving when it comes to the pigmentation of it, but I'm loving this. 6 more uses before this rolls out. I can do that in the next month. And product number 5 was for the Queen of Spades, and that was also Pick Your Space. How Emily is doing it this year is that when you get the queens, you have to pick your space, but you have to pick it in the suit. So when I had the Queen of Hearts and I had to pick my space, I could only pick something from the Hearts category. When it came to the Queen of Spades, I could only pick something from the Spades category. So I decided to choose a primer because I didn't have a primer in any of my projects. So I decided to choose the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer because I used not this exact one, but another one last year. This time used it up and I absolutely loved it. I did put a 20 use goal on this, but I only ended up using it 18 times. So this is going to be staying in the project, but definitely have a lot of usage on it. Look at that. And I'm absolutely loving it. I have come to find that I have been using a different eye primer to put underneath my under eyes to help smooth and fill in the creases. And I like this better for that. Concealer lays better on top of it. So I think this is going to be replacing that product for me. So I'm gonna be continuing to use this, and this is going to be a repurchase when it's gone because I'm going to continue to use it to fill in my creases underneath my under eyes. So 2 more uses on this. Can totally do that for the next update. So I had 2 rollouts this month, which means we get to pick 2 cards. I'm so excited. here is my Joker. I'm going to be putting it into the deck right here, and then I'm going to shuffle it up. While I'm shuffling, I'm going to let you take a look at the game board for this month. I have not had a chance to take a look at it, but there she is. Like I said, Emily does shuffle the game board monthly. She really takes good care of us in this project. It's just, this is one of my favorite projects. All right, shuffling a little bit more. She should be good and shuffled right there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the deck, and then I'm gonna pick 2 cards. First card is the 8 of Hearts. Okay. The 8 of Hearts corresponds to eyeshadow this month. Okay. We did eyeshadow last month. We're going to do eyeshadow this month. And card number 2 is the King of Spades. The King of Spades corresponds to the prompt, has a pan. So let me take a couple minutes, think about what I'm going to be rolling into this project, and I'll see you right back here. All right, I've gone ahead and picked my products. So the first card we got was for the 8 of Hearts. And again, this corresponds to eyeshadow. So I'm deciding we're gonna keep rolling along with this little rock palette. I'm gonna see if I can empty this out this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose the shade Latte right here. I am going to go for a use up goal. I am going to use this also as a lid setting shade and see if I can't get that used up and out of my collection too. Maybe by the end of this year, I can have this palette finished. 2 years for a 10 pan, 8 pan palette. Not long at all. And the second card was for the King of Spades, and this corresponds to a product that has pan in it. I don't know if I can do this, but this is my project panning and I'm gonna make the rules. So I am choosing this right here. This is my NARS bronzer in the shade Laguna. That is what it looks like right now. And the reason why I say that I might be cheating with this one is because this is in another project right now. It only has 2 more uses to go on it. So what I'm thinking is that when those 2 uses are done, I'm gonna roll this into this project because I absolutely love this bronzer. Should I do a long haul goal on it? Why not? We're gonna do it. Let's see how long it takes me to use this up. This was in my Rolling Project 10 pan last year, and it's just a little mini size. This is as far as I got with it. It's extremely shallow in there. I don't know if you can see. I think I did the majority of the work on it last year, and when I do use it, this portion of it is getting less and less and less. It may take me a little bit of time, but let's do it. Can I get a bronzer out of my collection this year? Am I shooting myself in the foot by putting this goal on it? Who knows? But tune in to next episode to find out. If you're doing this project, put it in the comments down below. I've been watching everybody's episodes in the playlist that Emily has created and just have been loving doing that. But if you're doing this project and you're not on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, let a girl know. I'd love to hop on over and cheer you on. But that's everything that I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. You know I always love when you do. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. It lets YouTube know that you like my content and that other people with the same interests as you will like my content too. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.